Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. I'm Ash Silver, and this is the Lesbian News. Our top stories and headlines today are: lesbians around the globe rejoice as the L Word Generation Q goes back into pre-production. Is Tampa Baes Season 2 afoot? And just what in the world are the girls doing in WeHo? Some new faces at the Generation Q production offices. Kate and Leisha confirm some news we've all long suspected. Station 19, Grey's Anatomy, and Killing Eve all return for some must-see LGBTQ TV. And Rose and Rosie released the first episode of the fourth season of their new parenting podcast. All that and more coming up on the Lesbian News. Welcome back to the Lesbian News. Thanks for joining us. Our top story today is the L Word Generation Q goes back into pre-production. The offices are aflutter with learnings that have happened over the hiatus. With the main principal cast returning sometime in May, let's hope to hear soon what happens with all those guest stars. Majority of lesbians are asking, where in the world is Laurel Holloman and how involved will she be with Season 3? Also on the docket, Rosie O'Donnell, Donald Faison, Stephanie Allen, and more. Will all these faces be returning? Make sure you stay tuned to the Lesbian News to hear the latest and greatest updates when it comes to the L Word Generation Q Season 3. Our next story and second grouping of lesbians, the Tampa Baes. Most of the Tampa Baes seem to be living it up in California, with several members, Mel and Cuppy, even losing their phones in WeHo. The girls all have been posting individual or couple pictures, but none have yet to post a picture of any of them together. Are they hiding something? Are they really filming Season 2 in California? Did they just go for the Super Bowl? Or was it a bit more of a personal event? Some absences to note, however. Brianna and Hailey do seem to be firmly planted on the East Coast and have also turned off location in some of their latest Instagram posts, which is rare for them. But it doesn't seem like they're in California. So is this event that's taking place possibly the wedding of Marissa and Summer? Or were they just there for the Super Bowl? Olivia and Amanda don't seem to be there either, although Olivia and Mac did seem to be together as they posted horses and other animals from an Airbnb that they're both staying at. Throughout the first season, one of the groups that was divided was Olivia and Mac taking the side of Brianna and Hailey. So does this mean that they are excluded from the event that's going on in California, as everyone else seems to be there? I've long suspected they're already filming Season 2, as a lot of the girls went to Gasparilla together, which is a very big Tampa day drinking event. And I could have sworn I saw a mic pack or two. The girls did film Season 1 throughout spring and summer. So is this really the return of Season 2? Make sure that you stay tuned to the Lesbian News for the latest and greatest Tampa Baes updates. Before the rest of our stories, we're going to check in with Chief Meteorologist Miss G. G has been keeping her eye on a storm. G, how's Storm Dudley doing? Speaking of updates, Generation Q has made several to its writing staff. Some younger writers have been coming in, and they all seem to share a comedy background. One of the writers has been heralded as Lena Waithe's mentee, a big bonus. And also, we're getting the former assistant to showrunner Liz Feldman, who of course has helmed some fantastic work, including her latest Netflix series, Dead to Me. Being mentored by Lena Waithe and Liz Feldman, big bonuses. Let's hope that these new writers inject some much needed comedy into our beloved Generation Q. In one of their latest episodes of the Pants podcast, Kate and Leisha confirms that they knew the show was renewed since October. You'll also remember that this reporter broke that news about the renewal in November, so make sure to tune in to the Lesbian News every week to get your latest updates. Next week, Station 19 and Grey's Anatomy return for some must-see LGBTQ TV. Both shows will be returning on Thursday, and Station 19 will be continuing its 5th season, with Grey's Anatomy continuing its 127th. The following week, Killing Eve will return for its 4th and final season, so make sure you're tuned in to BBC to find out if Villanelle and Eve finally get together. And Rose and Rosie release the first episode of the 4th season of their parenting podcast. Thank you so much for joining us, and from Miss Gloria, everyone here at the studio, and myself, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.